Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Now today's topic is about gap in studies. Many potential students have misconceptions that if they have gap in studies, if they have a large gap in studies, they are not qualified to apply for a study permit to Canada, which is not technically true. Even if you have a large gap in studies, what is the definition of a gap? Okay, so let's say you have done nothing, like absolutely nothing. You've been sitting idle since 2014, and now you are applying for a study permit in 23, then it's a gap. You haven't done anything in that period, and then it may be difficult to obtain a study permit in that case. You can still explain the scenario. I'm not saying that this is not something that you can do, or this is something that cannot be done. I'm not saying that. Even with this large gap of studies, if you explain the case logically, then it would make sense. For example, if you mention that, okay, from 2014 to 2023, I have been into some sort of medical issues of families, and this was the reason why I could not study or why I could not focus on studies, then it makes sense. If you have evidence to prove that, or let's just say if there was any other reason, like let's say you were hospitalized for a number of years, you were incapable of studying, whatever the reason may be. If you explain that reason logically, then it makes sense. Now, for people who have work experience from 2014 to 2023, for example, so that's a huge gap. So let's just say that if somebody has this amount of gap in studies, mostly what the advice that is gained in India for such gap in studies, normally people say that no, the student visa cannot be possible. But this is not true. If you explain your case properly, let's just say, okay, I'll just give you an example. Let's just say that if somebody has studied IT, information technology, in their bachelor's, and after the education he's been working in the same field, IT, and now he wants to get back to studies. So in that case, what can be the solution? I mean, the people normally, I mean, there are a lot of professionals who turn down these applications because of the gap in studies, which is, they shouldn't be doing that. They are misguiding the people. They are misguiding the potential students. What they can do, see, if it is a large gap in studies, if somebody has done bachelor's in information technology, and if he has work experience in the same information technology for a number of years, and now he wants to advance his knowledge in the same field of studies, he wants to learn something new in the same field of studies, then you can still submit a study permit application. You can still explain the scenario in the statement of purpose, saying that, okay, this is what I've done so far. This is the education that I've got. This is the work experience that I've got, and this is something new that I'm planning to learn in Canada. So this is, I would say, it's not a impossible thing to apply for a study permit with a gap. And this particular program it's good for people whose permanent residence application directly is not possible because of the CRS, because of the points. So let's just say that if somebody's not qualifying for express entry because of the points, then study permit can be an option. Even if you have a gap, still study permit can be an option, and there are other ways to become permanent resident if somebody comes on a study permit. So study permit is still definitely an option for those who have gap in studies. So don't think that I have a gap in studies, so I won't qualify. No, it's not how it is. The profile has to be assessed individually to get a correct answer on whether it's possible or not. Of course, the academics, the experience, everything matters a lot, but it depends on the profile. But plainly, you cannot turn down the application because of the gap in studies. This was the misconception that I feel people have, and I wanted to clear that. The video was regarding that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next videos.